I know what you're all going to say. Nate, you're like 5 days late on this. Where the hell have you been? I have been extremely busy. After that national championship game, I was so tired. And then the next couple days, or the past 3 days, I have just not been able to sit down and record. I just haven't. It hasn't been a thing I've been able to do with my schedule and things like that. So I am here in front of the camera now. I completely understand the like tear over everything just because this is late, but hey, I'm getting it done now, so I'm very sorry it's late. This is my Ohio State fan reaction to the national championship game, and I'm also going to be posting my national championship review today as well, so look out for that. Again, I apologize, it is late. Um, I mean, tit for tat, right? You embarrass a team, then you get embarrassed by a team. The record pillow is over here. I'm not going to show it to you guys. It is at 7-1, where it is going to stay until the start of next season. Coming into this game, I felt like Ohio State had a shot. Ohio State had a shot to go and win this thing, and we were going to do it by stopping Bama's three-headed monster, by taking advantage of their defense when they had lapses. But Bama didn't have a lapse today. It just, or I should say, on Monday, because I'm late. They didn't have a lapse on Monday. They were perfect. There was, I mean, maybe except the strip sack by Baron Browning. But other than that, Bama played flawlessly. Uh, and Ohio State didn't come out with the best game plan. We came out offensively, defensively, special teams wise. We played way too conservative all across the board. And now I get why we did it. Why do you put a freaking linebacker on Devontae Smith? The man is the best wide receiver in college football. He won the Heisman, and you're going to put a linebacker on him? I don't understand. No, you. Mm. Sometimes this team, sometimes this team makes me have moments like this. I don't understand. I don't understand the conservative aspect of it either, because in my mind, you weren't going to win this game unless you came out and played really aggressive and played a perfect game, neither of which happened. I I just I don't understand. Um, so I it, I thought we had a decent game, but it could have been 10 times better. And the way we played against Clemson, I will go out and say it, that was our best game this season. And I know that's not a hot take or anything, but rarely in a season does a team play their best game twice. And on Monday, Bama played their best game, and Ohio State was gassed because beating Clemson was Ohio State's national championship game. That is the thing they were striving to do all offseason and all throughout the season. Bama, their goal was to win a national championship after missing the playoffs last year. And they had all of these guys come back. They had Devontae Smith come back. They had Najee Harris come back. They had the center whose name is escaping me come back. They had all these guys come back with the idea of, all right, let's go win this thing. And that's exactly what they did. Ohio State's goal secondarily was to win a national championship, but the first goal they had was just to beat Clemson. And while I don't necessarily have a problem with that because Ohio State felt they were the better team that night, they played Clemson just over a year ago, and they lost the game. So I understand why it was, but I think they were banking on them playing Clemson in the national championship game, and that just didn't happen. They played them in the semifinal, and after that, you could kind of see Ohio State fans, not really myself included, but Ohio State fans in general, some of them were like, yep, that's it. That's good enough. Let's go out and get our butt kicked by Bama. What? We still have another game to play. Like there's now, of course, that's not the player's mindset at all, but a lot of fans were like, that was good enough. Beating Clemson, wow, what a way to go out the season. I looked at them and said, you realize we have no, you know there's a national championship game to be played, right? Right? Okay, cool. Now you do. We did not play the best game. If we were going to beat Bama, we had to come out and take some aggressive shots. and putting a linebacker on Devontae Smith wasn't the answer. Najee Harris was able to run all over us. Defensively, that game was a mess. Now, offensively, I thought we played decently, but losing Trey Sermon first play of the game doesn't help us at all. As soon as Trey Sermon went down, or they put in Master Teague for the second snap, and I said, okay, they're running a 2 running back system. And then it wasn't until like 3rd or 4th down that the announcers finally said, yeah, and Trey Sermon's going back to the locker room. And all I could think was, oh no, this is going to be a long night. That's all I could think. And I got to tell you, this team all year, I thought had a shot. I thought coming into the season, we were the most talented team in college football. I thought we were one of the favorites to go win the national championship, and I thought we had a shot. And then after seeing Bama play, I thought, Bama's probably going to win it all, but I still think we're the second best team in college football. And I'm going to say this without hesitation. This season, Ohio State was better than everybody else except for Alabama, and that was proven on the field Monday night. That's really it, right? We're done, right? In this awkward season that shouldn't have happened, according to metrics and medical personnel, professionals, what have you. The season that almost wasn't happened. And for one, I'm thankful of that, but Ohio State had to fight to get their season. Now, I'm not giving all credit for the Big Ten coming back to Ohio State. Nebraska deserves a lot of that credit, as does Penn State, Michigan, and other Big Ten schools. But Ohio State and Nebraska were the 2 front fourths. And Nebraska kind of got the short end of the stick. They're like, you don't know what you're talking about. And then when Ohio State came out with the same idea, they're like, yes, that's a good idea, guys. And as a man who lives in Nebraska and is an Ohio State fan, I was upset for this state. Nebraska had everything to do with the Big Ten resuming play. They had everything to do with Ohio State getting into the playoff, but Ohio State did as well. This game could have gone better. Agreed. But Bama was the better team this year, and I think they deserved nothing more than to raise that national championship trophy. It would have been a cool story if Ohio State were to won, but Ohio State was never at 100% throughout the season. They always had guys out because of COVID, and it never seemed to bother them. It didn't even seem to bother them against Clemson, but they had a drive and a will to beat Clemson. There was no drive and a will to beat Alabama. That was showed on the field on Monday. And I do got to say, first of all, while I may be screaming at the fact that they put a linebacker on Devontae Smith, because that's scream-worthy, this video is not going to be me ranting about why I hate Ohio State now. You know, they let me down. I'll always love and support my Buckeyes, but the game could have gone better. That was an embarrassment. But Bama's just really good. I mean, Devontae Smith is going to be a top 5 draft pick. Najee Harris is going to be probably first-round draft pick, as is Mac Jones. They also have an offensive and defensive lineman that are probably going to be first-rounders as well. I mean, this Bama team is just loaded with talent. And after everyone decided that, hey, we're going to come back and play for our senior season because there's no such thing as eligibility anymore, Nick Saban and Bama said, okay, we have one goal, and that's to win the national championship. And that's what they did. Ohio State's one goal is to beat Clemson. We did that. Bama's one goal is to win the national championship. They did that. I know I've probably already said that throughout this video as well. Some final parting words for Justin Fields. You had a very disappointing season. You played really well in that Clemson game, and you could have played better in that Bama game, but you weren't 100%. This season, I'm going to go ahead and say it for everyone, maybe except Bama. It's kind of a wash. Just because there was no non-conference, there was, we can have this debate, and I might in the offseason, probably not, but I might. Justin Fields, I absolutely love the kid. If he's watching this video, odds are he's not. I'd be very surprised if Justin Fields was watching this video. But to Justin Fields, good luck at the next level. If you surprisingly decide to come back and play for Ohio State, I'm not going to be against that either. I will welcome you with open arms, as are every single person in the state of Ohio and all the Ohio State fans across the world. Trey Sermon, who likely probably isn't going to be coming back either, although he might. Hey, dude, you are one hell of a running back here at Ohio State. I don't feel like you got enough fair chances. I feel like you should have um, gotten the ball more, but then again, we did have that impression of Master Teague, and you had kind of fallen off. But over the past couple games, you absolutely exploded. I think changed the minds of a lot of people in the country. Very proud of you for that. To Chris Olave, off to the NFL. You are insane, man. I hope you have a flourishing career in the NFL, as I do with everyone that goes into the NFL draft, but we know there are going to be some bust, right? Blake Hobbiel, who might be coming back. Hey, if you're off to do bigger and better things, wish you good luck. Moving on to the defensive side of the ball, our linebacking group, who is all seniors and everything, I mean, they might come back. I don't think a lot of them are getting any draft stock or NFL ready. But to those linebackers, Tuff Borland, Pete Warner, that have been there for a long time, especially those two guys right there. If you move on, I wish you good luck. If you stay at Ohio State, I want you to just hit everyone as hard as you can next season. And to Shaun Wade, he has already announced he is declaring for the NFL draft, and what he has said, a subpar career at Ohio State. I would semi-agree with him, but man, you had one hell of a college career. You are going to be a great cornerback for any team that decides to draft you. I wish you good luck in the NFL draft as well. Final parting message is to Ryan Day, who is being rumored to get NFL jobs. He's not going to take them. We all know he's not going to take them. We know he's not going to take them. But Ryan, I don't think you have anything to be ashamed about this season. Your guys had to fight just to get a season, and look how far you came. You went all the way to the national championship when you weren't even supposed to be in the national championship, and you just faced a superior team. I absolutely love Ryan Day, but and the guy's going to be great. Now we got to see if he can win with his recruits, which is going to be very interesting next season. All in all, guys, I have been more disappointed about a loss. The loss last year against Clemson, I was devastated about that because I didn't think it should have happened. This loss, I expected. The only thing that I wish that the scoreboard was it was closer on the scoreboard. But hey, got to give the credit to Bama. Bama was a very, very good team. I will never understand why they played a linebacker on Devontae Smith, and that's pretty much it, right? That's all I got to say in this video. Ohio State finished the season 7-1, Big Ten champs, Sugar Bowl champs, beating Clemson for the first time in franchise history, and getting crushed by Bama in the national championship game. I was embarrassed right after the game, but after thinking about it, it's not that disappointing. It was kind of as to be expected, although the game was supposed to be a little bit closer. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I apologize this video was late. Again, no more Ohio State fan reactions unless Ryan Day gets an NFL job. Until next season, I will be in a different set because I'll be off at a new place. News of that coming maybe in the off season, possibly, maybe. Stay tuned. I think you guys might know what I'm talking about. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're brand new. Comment, share, ring the bell, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys later tonight with my national championship game review. Again, sorry it's late. Goodbye.